The surprise for me is there was a lot. The actually guys are able to achieve quite a lot more space than I was expecting. So yeah, we had all the plans and everything, but I think actually just the way that it was designed and delivered in the end, with a couple of great ideas sort of on the structural engineering side about using the party wall as the foundation, as a sort of support for the house and everything, that made a big difference. And actually just those extra kind of 20-30 centimetres, it's made the whole space bigger, so we've got a lot more space to work with. So that was a really positive surprise, and just in terms of how much everyone was able to achieve in, it's not a huge site, it's not a huge house, but how much extra space everyone was able to find, which I think was really good.
I think it's maybe a bit geeky, but I just really enjoyed watching them build a wall.
Yeah,
I just find it fascinating. I was just like, what?
Yeah.
And the speed at which they can do it, and just like the precision, but like almost like not like a robot, but it's just so methodical. I kind of, even though that was the bit where the house was the most exposed, I found that the most rewarding, because it was so obvious when progress had been made. Because naturally in projects there are weeks that it looks like not much has happened because everything is happening either under the floor or in being boxed in, or small things that take a lot of time. But the bits that are noticeable are so interesting. Just coming home one day and realising that there's a wall there when there used to be a wall. I think also some things that surprise me is just how, and maybe this shouldn't surprise me, but how much other people can care about something that isn't like their own house. Like how much pride people can take in
because we had
the finish and something that they're making, and even if it's not their house, it's the pride that you take in delivering it.
We were here on, what was it, the 23rd of December? No, it was between Christmas and
It was
New
the
Year.
Friday before Christmas.
Friday before Christmas, just kind of everyone else was going home, and the guys were here kind of really precisely doing the grouting between the tiles just to make sure it was absolutely perfect. And we're like, guys, go home, it's Christmas, and go home and see your families. And they're like, no, we're getting it right.
Yeah, we're getting it right.
So they did it with a beer at least. So they had
their Christmas beer.
They had their Christmas beer with us, so that was good. But they really took the time to get it absolutely perfect, and that we really appreciated.
Yeah.
I think we've learned that.
I think be more flexible, like accept that things will change along the way, and that you might have to adapt your plans a little bit, not on the big stuff, but because do you remember we were gonna have that wall bricked?
That wall was gonna be bricked, and then actually
in the end
it looks so much better the way it does now. Yeah.
But you have a really fixed idea in your head, and sometimes
what you like and what you don't like.
And sometimes you just need to accept that it won't look as good as you think, and be flexible and change.
Yeah. I think I've learned that we've done quite a lot of works in quite a short space of time, which has been probably more stressful than I was expecting, in terms of actually not things going wrong, just coming home to a building site and it being a bit difficult.
But then you wouldn't want to separate it out.
But that's exactly it. That's exactly my point. I think is that probably actually what I've also learned is that you can really achieve quite a lot in quite a short space of time. So working with a kind of great team, you can actually do a lot. And in some ways, retrospectively, I think I would have done sort of one big project with the whole thing. And again, that's not to criticise other contractors, but actually it's more just to say, when you've got a really great team that can do so many things, actually having them doing everything in one go gives you a lot more control over everything. So I think, probably should have known this from work stuff anyway, but having a sort of single contractor that controlled the whole thing, I think that's the thing I would learn, is basically not trying to split stuff off into different jobs. When you've got a great team that you trust, use them for everything and do everything in one go, actually.
Budget permitting,
of course.
I agree. I think the short-term pain of having your house in works is much more, is massively overcompensated for by the ability to get it done quicker.
Yeah, definitely.
And even though it feels like when you're in the middle of it that it's kind of never going to end.
Yeah. I tell you what,
it does end.
I also learned that I love Moldovan wine.
Oh yeah.
That's been the other thing that I've learned in the process. So thanks to Alex, I know that now.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
And so does the Queen, apparently.
Yeah.
The Queen.
Apparently
she also has it in Buckingham Palace.
Yeah. So there you go. So
only the best.
good company. Yeah. I think ideally I would maybe try and not live in the middle of the site with no kitchen again. I think that would be probably my preference.
Yeah,
but
that was tough.
But that was much more us than the team, because the team were great throughout. We really enjoyed having the guys on site. Really trusted them. They were really very helpful with kind of dealing with certain bits and pieces. If you ever needed them to sort of move something or lift something or whatever. And I was away with work, they just go and do it, and were really, really helpful. Kind of fun guys to have around the house. So I think we were really pleased with kind of being here and watching the progress, seeing the guys working on site, everything moved really quickly. The small touches that they did, just making sure that all of the protection was down in the hallway, that paintwork was covered, so small bits of damage weren't created that we didn't want to happen, and really then just they were really helpful people, and everyone.
I think when you've got people coming in and out of your house every day for, I guess, 12 weeks, something like that. You start to. It would feel awkward if you weren't able to speak to them and chat to them and find out what's going on with them, because then it would just feel really transactional, like they were just here to do a job and you didn't have a relationship with them at all, and for me that would be really strange.
This is why you ended up buying clothes for Yuri's baby.
Because he didn't tell me that he had a baby, and I was like, why didn't you tell me? But yeah, I think it was nice to get to know everybody, and it just adds to that feeling of they want to do something good for you because you care about them, and that kind of
and that was really
mutual
good.
respect, I guess.
That was really good.
But yeah, I wouldn't say that it was, obviously there were times when it was grim, but that was mostly because we didn't have a kitchen and we were fed up of having Deliveroo every night for dinner. But that's not your fault. We should have gone and lived with your mum.
Yeah.